Week 6 is almost in the books. We're looking at the buy, sell, holds, and trades from today's games. Before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're going deeper on the waiver wire with content than anybody else on YouTube. Literally videos every single day, going deeper by the day throughout the week. On top of that, we're helping you set your lineups by looking at the matchups and doing player rankings. And we're doing deep dives on all the trending players. Click that subscribe button. Stop missing out. This week was pretty fun, but it started off with straight ass with the Broncos and Jets. It was a rough matchup. Garrett Wilson gets banged up, 13-11. I said this was going to be rough when we did the must-start series. When we did that on Saturday, when we were looking at the games, I said this was going to be a rough one. I didn't think Justin Fields was going to throw for 45 yards and get sacked 9 times, that type of rough. I knew it was going to be low scoring. The under was very probable with it being at London. This is what we gave the Beans and Toast Eaters. Bo Nix got a touchdown, 174 yards. J.K. Dobbins, 40 yards. I said with him, you're probably just rolling with him at this point. Didn't say he was a must-start or anything. Breece saw 59 yards. And then on top of that, not so much. 22 carries. Garrett Wilson got banged up. He might be out for a bit. Next wide receiver up, either Tyler Johnson, Josh Reynolds. I don't think you want that for your fantasy team, considering it's the Jets. Evan Ingram, 6 targets, 5 balls caught, 42 yards. He started hitting it in stride over the last 3 weeks when it comes to workload. Courtland Sutton. I mean, you just look at the game script. You're not chasing him, and everybody started him. But he was due. He's been 3 weeks straight hitting well. You're looking at everything else. Nobody was really fantasy viable. This game was a stank fest. Cardinals, Colts. And like I stated, this one was going to be high scoring. It started off a little bit slower on the Colts end than what I projected. But still, we got there with Daniel Jones throwing for 212, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Jacoby Brissett, 322 touchdowns and a pick. He wasn't too bad. Jonathan Taylor, easy start every week, 123 and a touchdown on the ground. Bam Knight got the news he was the starter. Got the touchdown, 11 carries versus 9 carries to Michael Carter. It's going to be a mess, guys. It's going to be a mess. I just hope you don't have to pick one of them up. Bam Knight's the guy I'd be looking at. I don't think it really matters. Like I said in the battle video with Michael Carter and Amari Demercado, I didn't say it. I just showed you the South Park Timmy slap fight. And that was really the analysis. And you're truly getting that. Tyler Warren, 9 targets. And he's hurting the other wide receivers, and he's getting those targets. Solid for him. Michael Pittman got 3 targets in this matchup, but it was the Josh Downs experience. Finally, he hit. He was due. Alec Pierce is getting a few deep balls. Jonathan Taylor got 4 targets in this game. He's just been a stud. And then Marvin Harrison Jr. comes out with a concussion. We'll see his availability here soon. Zay Jones gets 8 targets. Trey McBride gets 11. McBride hits again. Someone had a start-sit question with him. Yeah, you just start McBride. Michael Wilson is another look off the waiver wire. He's a good route runner. He just doesn't command a lot of volume. Outside of that, nobody really hit in fantasy outside of Dortch getting a touchdown, but not enough to make you happy. Chargers, Dolphins. This one was tighter than I projected, but I was projecting a lot of movement in this game. Justin Herbert, 264 and only 1 sack considering the offensive line. I'll take that. Tua, 205, 3 picks. And part of the guess in this matchup was Tua throwing picks. It mattered, but it mattered in a good way for fantasy. Devin Achane hit like we thought, like always, 128, 2 touchdowns. Kimani Vidal's the hot hand, and less people picked him up than Hassan Haskins off the waiver wire per sleeper. So if he's there, get him. He's the explosive player. Like we saw with the Cardinals, the explosive player didn't hit because he just fumbled at the goal line, really. He would have been a hitter, but now he's in the doghouse. Kimani Vidal's very explosive, more explosive than Haskins, more upside to his game. Waddle, 6 catches, 95 yards, former first-rounder, 4.3 speed. Julian Hill got some work. We saw Malik Washington. He's not been firing. The fantasy community tried to call him out and say, hey, this guy's going to step up. Darren Waller got another touchdown. 6, 8. He got you around 9 or 10 fantasy points today. You'll take that. That's pushing tight end 1 status as we look through these numbers. Around tight end 1 status. You're looking at Lad McConkey. We're coming in stride. Back-to-back weeks with touchdowns. 7 catches, 100 yards. I was high on Keenan Allen. That did not work out. I got that one wrong. I was wrong on Keenan Allen. 7 targets, though, in that matchup. So pretty much he just got the Lad McConkey effect here. Our boy, Rondé Gadsden, we've been talking about him for like the last 6 months to a year. And this is a tight end prospect with a good receiving profile. Trey Harris gets some work with 5 targets. Maybe you look at him off the waiver wire. If QJ is out longer than expected, Kimani Vidal, 4 targets in this matchup. Haskins, 1. Vidal's the pickup between the two. And Haskins, you're hoping for the touchdown. Patriots, Saints. And I was wishy-washy on this game. I thought it could run really bad or blow up. It blowed up. And why I thought it could run really bad is if Spencer Rattler has a panic attack and throws picks, and then the Patriots could just sit on it. The Patriots did get up and kind of sit on it, but the Saints were able to still make it a game. So it ran well for us. 25-19, 227 yards by Rattler. It's not a 300-yard performance, but we'll take that. Drake May went off. He scored a shit ton of points by the first half. Well over 20. Killed it. Also 28 yards on the ground. Hendo, Steve-O, no. And they ain't been working out. But May's been getting it in the air. 26 pass attempts for both quarterbacks. Something went wrong there. Kamara, 31 rushing yards. Kendra, 21 rushing yards. It was all in the air, though. They were playing from behind. Olave, safe play. 6 balls caught, 98 yards. Alvin Kamara, 9 points just through the air. Outside of that, you did not want any of the other pass catchers for the Saints. Kayshon Boutte comes up big with 2 touchdowns. He's always getting a lot of work. It's just whether or not he connects with May that week, but he's always there for a flyer for lineups. More often than not, it ain't going to work out, though. DeMar Douglas got a touchdown here on a deep play. Mac Hollins is sneaking out some work. I bet you Mac Hollins has a couple good games. He does that everywhere he goes. He'll have a couple good games. Soft game for Diggs, but the ball spread around here, so I'm not surprised. Diggs, I was cooled off this week because I was kind of scared of the matchup. Usually, if you had a bunch of good wide receivers, I faded him. But if you had bad wide receivers in Diggs, you're rolling with Diggs, so it is what it is. All in all, this game script was fun. Browns, Steelers. Dillon Gabriel was throwing hospital balls all day, trying to kill the wide receivers. Check him out on Twitter. Just type in his name and just watch the feed. Actually, I got a video out on that. It's either before this or after this video. It's funny. It's funny. Check that out. Dillon Gabriel, 6 sacks. Offensive line sucks. They can't get anything with the wide receivers. Harold Fannin, 7 receptions, 81 yards. Njoku, 3 for 28. 16 targets to tight ends. He only throws it like 3 yards downfield. 5 for 43. That's like one of the best stat lines for Jerry Jeudy. It's just sad. Quinshon Judkins, 12 carries, 36 yards. Like, they ain't getting anything. This Browns team is sad. Judkins is very good. He's proven that. But this team's just sad. It's just sad. And now you're looking at Arthur Smith here. And you're looking at the carries. 6, 6, and 11 here with the running backs. I told you guys. Arthur Smith is going to Arthur Smith. I did a You Need video, I believe, with every single running back. Arthur Smith is going to Arthur Smith. That's just it. Like, he's going to eventually give Caleb Johnson all the work and then pull him away from us. That's going to happen, guys. 235, 2 touchdowns for Aaron Rodgers. He had some slick throws. Every time this game came up on red zone, it was just a pass to DK Metcalf. That's really all this game had. All jokes aside on Dillon Gabriel, DK Metcalf was the show here. 4 balls caught, 95 yards, and a touchdown. Connor Hayward got a touchdown. Outside of that, nothing really here. I was right on this game script, 30-27. We knew this one was going to blow up. Dak Prescott, 261 and 3 touchdowns. Bryce Young, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Rico Dowdle goes off again in the revenge game. And we were all, I had him in 2 thumbnails this week. I was excited due to his interview. He sounded like he had that dog in him. Javonte Williams had that puppy in him. I was expecting more out of him. Everybody was. This was the matchup for it. This also wasn't a game script for him, but still, Panthers keyed in on that. They did a good job. They won it. Rico Dowdle also, their leading receiver. Like, Rico Dowdle's stud, taking over as he should. My boy Jimmy Horn's starting to get work. T-Mac got his touchdowns. He got 2 of them. He finally scored, but he only got 29 yards. 12 points and touchdowns. 3 balls caught. There's 50. Like, he did it for you. Like, no 20 spot, though, but he got you 2 touchdowns. That's the Panthers for you. George Pickens. It was the George Pickens show on the other end, though. 9 balls caught, 168 yards, 1 touchdown. I had him in the top 4-ish, 3-ish in the rankings. That was on Wednesday. Before I could look further into things, I had him up there early. I was well ahead of Fantasy Pros. That's ahead of 32 other rankers. Well ahead of them. Yeah. I don't see why you wouldn't have him ranked high looking at this matchup. Jake Ferguson gets another touchdown. He's been hot. Flournoy, sneaky with 6 targets. 6 targets in this matchup. Javonte Williams letting you know here that it wasn't his game script with 8 targets. I don't see Jaden Blue's name at all here. 30-27. This one was fun. This is another game script I sadly got right. Like, it's anticlimactic with movement. 295 and 2 touchdowns from Darnold. People asked whether or not to start him. I thought he was a safe start. He was. I'm scared of these running backs because they can't figure it out. They're splitting it up a lot, and they're not getting a lot of yards out of them. So volatility is just screaming right now. Trevor Lawrence, 258 and 2 touchdowns. Travis Etienne had a low moment. It was rough out there in the streets for the Jaguars in the run game. 59 yards on the ground. That's really what killed him. Stop the run, you stop the team. Brian Thomas Jr. hit for you. 8 balls caught, 90 yards, and a touchdown. We can stop crying about that now, guys. Stop crying about Brian Thomas Jr. He was getting so many targets. 6+ targets a game, pretty much. He got that touchdown. Tim Patrick scored a touchdown. Now everybody can go get him off the waiver wire. Please don't. That's a joke. Travis Etienne, 4 balls caught, 28 yards, 6 fantasy points there. So hopefully that was enough for you to get by. Hopefully. Travis Hunter, he's coming on slow. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 8 for 162 and a touchdown. He got most of the yards. He got most of everything. Cooper Kupp, though, touchdown, 40 yards. There's 10, 12 fantasy points. Hit the fairway. A.J. Barner got you 10. He's a tight end 1 for the week. All in all, this game script, moderate to low when it comes to movement. Rams, Ravens, this was the game that flipped on its head for me. And usually there's about 3 games a week that really is the puzzle. This is it. This one flipped. I was expecting the Rams to really push it. The Ravens did what I really expected them to do. Maybe I'm being too hard on myself. Puka Nacua got hurt. That impacted this matchup. 181 yards for Stafford and a touchdown. Kai Williams got his touchdown. We predicted he was due. Not predicted, but at least said he was due. 6. It was good enough for fans. It was good enough. 23 yards for Blake Corum on 5 carries. 122 yards for Derrick Henry. 12 fantasy points. And then just 1 ball caught. So you got you like 13, 14 fantasy points. You'll take it after everything you've seen the last few weeks. You got a 10-pack out of Zay. Justice Hill's starting to get work. If you need a running back off waivers, maybe if Derrick Henry goes down or if they're going to be losing more games. Devontae Adams, 4 for 39. Higbee, 4 for 40 and a touchdown. Puka Nacua got banged up but came back in. Watch the reports just in case that foot swells up or whatever. He'll play through anything. So we're not 100% out of the woods yet. Watch the news on him. But this game was dang. I hated this matchup going in, and I hated this game watching it, and I knew it was going to be this way. And it was easy to call here. 20-10. Raiders beat the Titans. Cam Ward surpasses 200 yards on 38 pass attempts. We'll take that. Geno, 174, pick and an interception. The announcers were calling how good he was doing, how efficient he was. He wasn't throwing any passes deep. At that point, no passes with more than 10 air yards. Then he throws the pick. Ashton Genty, 75 yards and a touchdown. Pollard, 34 yards. Spears, 31 yards on half the carries. 4 for 75, Van Jefferson. And outside of that, Chigakonkwo gets you to the fairway with the tight ends. He's a tight end 1 for the week. Trey Tucker He's fine. Michael Mayer's your hitter. That guy is the guy you might be picking up off waiver wire this week for the tight end spot. Jacoby busts again, and he might be busting for a while if he ain't getting 10 targets a game. Flacco's back. He's with the Bengals now, and this game script's a little bit better than expected. 10-0 for a good portion of the game till we get to the third quarter, 10-7. And it was a little bit of a matchup here. 219 and 2 touchdowns. You can tell Flacco was feeling it throughout the game, getting better with this team as he got further along. Now, just looking at the receivers here for the Bengals, 12 targets for Chase, 8 for Higgins. I said he was going to spam Chase. He did. 10, 94 and a touchdown. Higgins, 562. I think we're kind of back here with those two. I think we're kind of back there. Now, Matthew Golden. Someone asked for an upside play with him and somebody else. 86.3. I think one of those two players did better than the other. But I think they're very close to like stalemating out. Matthew Golden had a big play. 3 for 86. Josh Jacobs killed it. 93 yards, 2 touchdowns. 5 balls caught, 57 yards. Romeo Doubs got you 10. Tucker Kraft got your touchdown. That helped you out there. Love, 26 yards on the ground. Matthew Golden got you another point, rushing it. Manny Wilson, 3 carries, 11 yards. Bo Melton's getting work on offense. He's our Travis Hunter in this matchup. All in all, Bengals' side was better than expected. 42 yards for Chase Brown. Not so much in the passing game. He's still a bust. He's still busting on you. But we're starting to get some air and some signs of life. Niners, Bucks. We got good movement in this matchup. Mac Jones, 347, 2 INTs, pushing it downfield, being aggressive as he should. Christian McCaffrey, 54 and a touchdown. Kendrick Bourne lights it up again. Tongs gets it, 58 yards on 6 catches. That's good at the tight end spot. Tight end 1 status. Christian McCaffrey is a better wide receiver than running back right now. 7 balls caught, 57 yards. If you're in PPR, you're loving that. Demarcus Robinson, Valdez-Scantling, everybody else, not so much. Big story on the Bucs. We lost Emeka today. Probably at least going to be a couple weeks, if not a lot longer. Sad to say. Tez Johnson had the deep touchdown downfield. Excited about that. You also got Sterling Shepard back there. 2 catches, 51 yards. Cameron Johnson got a touchdown. Tez Johnson's very exciting. Rashad White, 65 rushing yards and a touchdown. 3 balls caught. Baker Mayfield, he's good. He's just damn good. He's always going to get you at least to the fairway. He's safe. I should not be getting start-sit questions with him. Just put him in unless you're shooting for upside with the other player. Like you're good with Baker Mayfield. Drop the other quarterback. Just roll with Baker Mayfield. That is my advice. Drop the other quarterback in a 1 QB league. Just roll with Baker Mayfield. Those are the matchups we're looking at today. The buy, sell, holds, and trades. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.